guys, it's Kayla and Reggie from Adventure Barks. Today we're here counting down our top 10 most anticipated roller coasters for the 2024 year.
Now, 2023 was a breakout year for roller coasters. A lot of great rides came out. Magic Kingdom was finally able to open Tron after what seems like 20 years of construction, and that thing is a visual masterpiece.
Absolutely. And then SeaWorld opened up Pipeline. It's a B&M stand-up coaster, and the first of its kind in a manner that it doesn't suck.
Yeah, these next generation stand-ups from B&M look awesome. On those airtime hills, your feet are coming off the ground for seconds at a time, which you never got with their old model.
Heading over to Europe, there were two Intamin LSM launch coasters released this year. Toutatis from Parc Asterix in France, which, again, just that theming looks fantastic and truly unique.
Yeah, it reminds me of Pantheon over at Busch Gardens in Williamsburg, but with theming.
Yeah, but done right.
Not just plop down in a field, right?
Exactly.
We also have Batman Gotham City Escape, which opened at Parque Warner Madrid. And this thing is a showcase for this park. Intamin really showed everything they can do with their roller coasters with this one. It's compared to Velocicoaster and just being compared to Velocicoaster, you know this thing is awesome.
Absolutely. Very immersive into the Wayne Manor, you know, the Joker character, the pre-ride show, all spectacular.
The onboard audio, like this thing pulls out all the stops. On top of that, we have two very aggressive RMCs that debuted in the United States. A ground-up one in Airforce One at Fun Spot Atlanta. This thing is phenomenal. No dead spots. The arcade roll is one of the sickest inversions I've ever experienced in my entire life. Non-stop. That quad down at the end, people are saying that it's too much.
Wildcat's Revenge at Hershey Park is a conversion from the former Wildcat ride.
And this definitely needs to be done because that ride sucked.
Incredibly rough, incredibly old.
The people were asking for it, and the people got what they wanted. Thank you, Hershey Park. The combination of laterals and airtime on this ride are feelings that I have not experienced on a roller coaster before, and I love these new unique elements that RMC are trying to incorporate into their roller coasters. With Airforce One and Wildcat, if this is the future of RMC, then I'm very much on board with what they're doing.
Sign me up for more.
From one of the worst, if not the worst roller coaster in Pennsylvania, this is now the best roller coaster in Pennsylvania, so
I would agree with you on that.
that's a good move, Hershey.
So can 2024 hold up to 2023 with so many spectacular coasters? We're going to dive into our list, but before we get started on our top 10, we do have a few honorable mentions we do want to gloss over quickly.
We have two family Vekoma boomerangs coming to the United States. Good Gravy coming to Holiday World, and Snoopy's Soapbox Racers coming to Kings Island. They're both essentially the same ride, different layouts. Good family coasters, everybody can ride them. Stats aren't too thrilling or anything like that. One of these rides is above the other, though, in my opinion.
I agree. Looking at Good Gravy coming to Holiday World, it's themed after our favorite holiday, Thanksgiving, and even the queue line just seems perfectly themed. It's after Grandma's house, so you know it's going to feel nostalgic and it's going to feel fun.
I wonder if they're going to have smells in that queue.
I hope so. Please smell like Thanksgiving.
and those trains are insane. I love this thing already.
Yeah, the whole thing looks like a lot of family fun.
These are both good coasters for children on their way up to riding the bigger ones.
It's a good starter coaster.
Next, for our honorable mentions, we have Thunderbolt at PNE Playland. Now, this is a former Intamin roller coaster that was purchased by Zamperla and reimagined. They replaced the trains and changed the launch system, so it's a completely different ride now. This won't be the only Intamin roller coaster that Zamperla is doing this with, as you'll see later on in this list. Stats aren't that impressive, but it does look pretty whippy through those turns and hills, so it does seem like a good time.
I think so. Continuing with our honorable mentions, we've got Phoenix Rising coming out of Busch Gardens, Tampa. Now, this is a family inverted B&M roller coaster, which we kind of thought was an interesting choice, being set so closely next to Montu, a fantastic B&M roller coaster. That being said, a family coaster might be the right choice for this park after Iron Gwazi. The last addition to their park, as far as roller coasters are concerned, that is a thrill after thrill and one of our favorite roller coasters of all time. So family might have been the way to go.
Yeah, this park is so heavy on the thrill roller coasters. It definitely needed some more family additions. So this is a good move.
Agreed.
Let's see how these B&M family coasters compare to the Vekoma ones, such as Dragonfly or Dollywood. It does go 44 miles per hour, so it seems like it's going to have some decent thrills.
I think so too.
Finishing up our honorable mentions, we have Georgia Surfer at Six Flags Over Georgia. I'm not going to lie, this name is stupid.
Yeah, really phoned it in. It's very lazy, it seems.
This is the Intamin Ultra Surf model, which kind of reminds me of rides like Aquaman Power Wave over at Six Flags Over Texas. Whereas Aquaman utilizes the water as a brake and a heavy splashdown, like you will get drenched on that ride, you're not going to get wet on this one. Also, the difference is the seats spin, so that's going to add a unique element to this and kind of combine two ride types into one.
It does look like something I've never seen before, so I'm curious.
Yeah, should be interesting.
Alrighty, the moment we are all waiting for, our top 10.
Let's go.
All right, heading down to Orlando, we've got SeaWorld showing up on our list here with their upcoming Penguin Trek roller coaster. This is what, the 45th B&M roller coaster?
Might be
they're
their
installing?
46th.
I think so. It's close.
They really seem to have a good relationship with B&M, these SeaWorld Busch Garden parks.
They do. I think this may be the cutest roller coaster that's going to be on our list. Everybody loves penguins.
Just for that aspect, it could have easily been number one.
We weighed our options.
With over 3,000 feet of track and some dark ride scenes, it's going to be a pretty lengthy ride. And there's an element called the uphill flip flap. No idea what that's going to feel like, but that just sounds fun.
Sounds adorable.
Absolutely. This is a first for B&M. They've never created this model before, so it's going to be interesting to see how it rides.
B&M seems like they're really branching out over the next few years, just trying to, between family coasters and that inverted coaster.
You usually only see B&Ms making thrill coasters, but lately, yeah, they're pushing out these family rides. So
Good for them.
They're getting their way into every market, as B&M will do. They do make some amazing rides.
They do. All right, so I'm excited to see how this goes.
Absolutely. But seriously though, SeaWorld, like, there are other manufacturers.
Right?
Hopefully this isn't like a blackmail situation.
Right. Tell us if you need help, SeaWorld.
Let me get this straight. You think that your client, one of the wealthiest, most powerful men in the world, is secretly a vigilante who spends his nights beating criminals to a pulp with his bare hands? And your plan is to blackmail this person? Good luck.
Anyway, on to the next. At number 9, we have the All-American Triple Loop coming to Indiana Beach. Now, this thing has been relocated 4 times. They don't want to seem to give up on it.
I hope it finds its permanent home soon.
Absolutely, yeah. This thing is the first roller coaster to have 3 loops, built in 1984 by Schwarzkopf. It's going to be very heavy on the positive Gs. I think we're seeing over 6 Gs on those loops, so that's going to be intense.
And I love a good Schwarzkopf. I'm excited to see this get some extra love. Yep. Let's not forget about this manufacturer.
This ride was technically slated to be open in 2023, but as we all know, delays happen. It is testing now, so there's no doubt in my mind that it will be open this year. And hopefully we can get out to ride it soon. Fun factoid, they're using the old trains from Mindbender at Galaxyland, which was shut down. Not sure how this is going to ride with those trains, but we'll find out. I think it's either going to make or break this ride.
I think so. Heading east over to Dorney Park for the release of Iron Menace this year. I can't wait to check this out. They have not gotten a ground-up roller coaster since 2005 with Hydra, so they are more than due.
19 years is a long time. This is not counting the relocated Possessed, which was relocated there in 2008, and also Stinger, which operated from 2012 to 2017, also a relocation.
And this is a B&M dive coaster, smaller than your classic Griffin or SheiKra, but since it's going to be the first dive coaster in the Northeast, I can't wait. This is an addition that the Northeast absolutely needs.
And Dorney Park very much deserves this. They really care about their rides.
It's not one of their flagship parks, so I understand it's not always getting the credit and it's due like all the bigger ones, but this is, high time to be receiving a new coaster, even if it is a smaller dive coaster.
It has a Beyond Vertical 95-degree drop. I believe Dr. Diabolicals is the only other one that has that. And this one does not have a mid-course brake run. which is awesome. I think it's going to really improve the pacing and make for potentially a better ride than any of them.
Another exciting part of this is the theming. This is themed after a fictional steel baron who his greed knows no bounds. Sounds like your typical steel baron here. Yet with an emphasis on Pennsylvania steel production.
Number 7 on our list, we have a GCI family wooden roller coaster coming to the Great Escape Bobcat. Just like Dorney Park, they have not seen a roller coaster since 2005. They are very much due, and I'm very excited for this one.
Absolutely. This is my home park growing up, so to see it get some extra love after 19 years, my heart is happy. We do think if you were going to replace anything, maybe it should have been Steamin' Demon. That thing is garbage and it hurts.
Even if you don't build something in Steamin' Demon's place, just tear it down.
Knock it down.
Just save people from the torture. They like if they don't know what they're getting into.
Or put up warnings.
GCI makes stellar family wooden roller coasters, and this appears to be no different. It's going to have a very similar layout to Timber, which is a coaster over at Walibi Rhônes Alpes in France. Many people say that that is their favorite family GCI coaster, so that's great news for this. Also, this is going to be the first GCI family coaster built with all pre-cut track, so you know it's going to be smooth.
Don't let the length of 1,400 feet, height of 55 feet, and a max speed of 40 miles per hour fool you. This thing looks like it's going to whip you around, throw you out of your seat, and be a lot of fun.
Yeah, these GCI family coasters, the stats do look underwhelming, but they throw you around every way. Yeah, this is going to be fun.
Right, coming in at number 6, we've got Hot Wheels Twin Mill Racers. This is located at the forthcoming Mattel Adventure Park in Glendale, Arizona. This thing looks incredible. It looks like the toys we were all playing with as a kid, just magnified. So I cannot wait to check this out.
Yeah, this is the second Hyper GTX model from Chance Rides. The only other one is Lightning Run at Kentucky Kingdom, which many are saying is the best ride in that park, even over Storm Chaser. Lightning Run at Kentucky Kingdom, which has a traditional lift hill and focuses on airtime. This ride is going to have a launch and focus heavy on inversions with 4 of them. So even though they're the same model, they're going to ride completely differently, and I'm very excited to see what this one is like. If I was a kid and I saw those trains, I would be losing my mind.
I'm an adult and I'm losing my mind. I can't wait to get on this thing. That being said, I might be a little bit more excited for the Barbie dream house they're building there.
All right, getting into the nitty gritty here, the top 5. And this one makes me more happy than any other coaster on this list.
Nostalgia.
We're heading outside of the United States for the first time here. We're going to Universal Studios Japan. Their Super Nintendo World is undergoing an expansion, and a part of this expansion is a new Donkey Kong themed roller coaster. Just looking at these pictures is getting me so excited.
The interesting thing is they're keeping this so tight-lipped, we're not even really sure of the manufacturer. They are taking these brand new elements and this brand new technology, and they're going to blow our minds with it, and we don't even know who's building it at the moment.
There's going to be sections of track that look like they're broken, and you fly off and land on another piece of track, just like in the video games if you're familiar with them.
A la Donkey King. Donkey King. A la Donkey Kong Country.
Universal Studios kills it with their family roller coasters. I have no doubt in my mind that this is going to be the same with rides like The Mummy, Gringotts, Hagrid's. They don't mess around with their family coasters. They're keeping it very hush-hush, but it's fine with me. I'm pretty sure this is going to be awesome.
This will also be coming out into Epic Universe in the US in 2025. That'll probably be the first time we get on it, but we can't wait to get out to Japan either, so.
Yeah, we're probably not going to be lucky enough to head out to Japan this year, but who knows?
Yep, maybe in the next coming. And number 4, we're headed back to the US to Six Flags Great Adventure for their newest coaster, Flash Vertical Velocity. This is a Vekoma Super Boomerang, and it'll be the first in the US. The other one is in China, so I think this is going to really launch the next coming of this model in the States.
Yeah, once people get on this, I feel like they're going to start popping up all over the place. This thing looks really fun. It's going to be packed full of inversions, airtime. You get to do the entire thing backwards as it's a shuttle coaster.
It's compact, so I think lots of parks can fit it someplace.
Yeah, very small footprint. So don't get this confused with the old Vekoma boomerangs that smash your head into jelly. This thing looks really smooth, and new Vekoma is making nothing but smooth, fantastic roller coasters, so this is awesome stuff.
The one problem we think this could run into is the lines are going to crawl. Great Adventure gets super huge crowds, and without a turntable on this ride, it just seems like it could cause problems. This might have been a better fit for a smaller park. That being said, we're really close to Great Adventure, and we can't wait to check it out opening day.
All right, into the top 3. Here we go. Earlier in our honorable mentions, you may remember a ride called Thunderbolt, which is a old Intamin roller coaster being reimagined by Zamperla. That's not the only one they're doing this with. Let's head over to Cedar Point in Sandusky, Ohio for Top Thrill 2. Top Thrill Dragster has been closed for several years now, and Zamperla has come in to reimagine this one as well.
And, what another just absolutely horrific name, piggybacking off of Georgia Surfer.
Top Thrill 2, I thought that was like alias or...
We thought it was a code name or, a project name, and here we are. They're just sticking with it.
Top Thrill 2.
Not great.
Hopefully the ride is better than the name.
It looks like it will be.
So they've replaced the trains with these new lightning trains that look fantastic. They've removed the hydraulic launch and added LSM launches in. Most modern roller coasters have these launches as they're more reliable. I personally prefer the hydraulic launch to this, but it makes sense as to why they're moving in this direction.
And you will be launched straight at 74 miles per hour, partway up a top hat, and then you're going to roll back down, hitting the launch sequence again, going backwards at 100 miles per hour.
This is the new part of the ride where you're going to be going backwards up this brand new spike. I'm not sure exactly how high you're going to be going, but doing 100 miles per hour, I assume it's going to be at least over 300 feet.
How unique and scary. I can't wait to see how this feels.
And then finally, going forward again, you're going to hit your max speed then at 120 miles per hour, which was the original max speed, to get you over that 420-foot top hat.
And something about going from 0 to 120 miles per hour is just almost unthinkable.
You don't think this is going to match what the original Dragster was. Thank God we still have King Ka, for now anyway.
So now before we go on to our top 2, we do want to talk about a few roller coasters that were anticipated for the 2024 year. But after doing some research, it seems like it'll be 2025 once they actually come out. And we are actually talking about Codaland in Texas. Palindrome is a Gerstlauer shuttle coaster that was initially slated for a 2023 opening. Now, as we've started 2024, it really seems like 2025 is going to be the year it'll actually open. Besides Mystic at Wallaby Roan Alps, this is the only Infinity coaster that goes backwards, so it'll be a first for the US.
It's exciting stuff. There's a lot of firsts on this list, if you haven't mentioned, so yeah, it's all very exciting stuff.
I think 2023 was the year of, I don't want to say replicas, but mirrored coasters. Where you have like Pantheon and Tutatis, and you have Velocicoaster, and then you got Batman. Whereas 2024 is truly, like you said, a year of firsts.
Yeah. So on top of Palindrome, and a ride that I am very excited for, also, believe it or not, another first.
Mind-blowingly unique.
In the Western Hemisphere, anyway. Circuit Breaker is a Vekoma tilt roller coaster coming to Codaland. Slated for 2025 right now, but since Palindrome is now opening in 2025, I highly doubt this will be opening then as well. I'm probably thinking 2026, unfortunately.
Oh, I hope it's not that far away. That sounds so far away, it's not even real.
It is, yeah. The only other Vekoma tilt coaster was opened in 2002 as Gravity Max in China. So, very long time ago, and that's old Vekoma. New Vekoma makes much better rides, so this thing just looks out of this world with heaps of airtime hills and versions, that terrifying first tilt drop.
It looks like something out of my dreams and nightmares.
I just hope Codaland can get it together. Like, I don't know what's going on. Is like permit delays or...
Isn't it always?
I just hope they can pull this off because these two rides look absolutely fantastic.
Oh, absolutely. And we'll put this park on the map for sure. All right. Going back to our top 10 list, we are headed towards our top 2. Now, these both look like they were going to be truly world-class coasters.
This was very hard deciding 1 and 2. It could honestly go either way.
We went back and forth a lot.
like Kayla said, world-class coasters, both of these, it seems like.
So at number 2, we have Hyperia coming to Thorpe Park in the UK. This is a Mock Rides hypercoaster, and this will be UK's tallest and fastest coaster.
Not only do I think this is going to be the best coaster at Thorpe Park, I think this is easily going to take the cake as the UK's best coaster overall. Sorry, Nemesis. Sorry, Icon.
The elements on this look truly wild. The drawn-out outer bank looks like one of the craziest elements we've seen on a roller coaster, and it looks like it's going to launch you to the frickin' moon.
Send it to the frickin' moon, idiot.
That thing is so elongated, and the speeds you're going to be going through it, like, yeah, no, that looks so awesome.
By the end of it, the first drop, you're facing the opposite direction, so you're really just going to be out of your element in this, I think.
A lot of new feelings on this roller coaster, probably.
236 feet high and 80 miles per hour. Those are some stats, especially for the UK.
Oh yeah, their only traditional hypercoaster, I believe, is the big one at Blackpool Pleasure Beach, and that thing gets a lot of mixed reviews.
I think it's getting a little old too, right?
Yeah, it's really janky, and profiling is super weird. Does not seem to be the case for Hyperia here.
Brand new.
Yeah. The one complaint people may have with this one is that it's a short ride. Never been a problem for us, really. As long as it delivers, short rides are fine.
Oh yeah, we love King of the Cost, Storm Runner. Those are some of our favorites, and they're very short.
Exactly. Not sure when we're going to be able to ride Hyperia, considering its location and all, but hopefully we can get out to England soon.
UK's on the map now.
Good for them. And finally, the moment you've been waiting for. That brings us to our number 1. I'm sure you've guessed it by now, and you're right. Daddy Pig's roller coaster coming to Peppa Pig theme park in Texas.
Cannot wait.
I've had several sleepless nights just dreaming to ride this thing. It may just be a clone from the Orlando park, but I don't care. They can build 20 of these, 100 of these. As far as I'm concerned, every theme park in the world should have Daddy Pig.
Agreed.
Okay, seriously though. Number 1 spot is going to Europa Park's all-new Voltron. This is part of a new expansion, Croatia. It's themed after Nikola Tesla running his crazy electricity experiments.
So this is another Mock Ride coaster. Everything's coming up Mock this year. It is a striker model, you know, whatever the hell that means.
Not sure about it. It looks fun. Yeah. What a standout year for Mock Rides here.
Oh, absolutely. The renderings look phenomenal. I cannot wait to check this out.
And unlike Hyperia, this ride is going to be long. With over 4,500 feet of track, 7 inversions, a turntable, a backwards section, this ride's going to have it all. The first launch, you are basically, it seems like you're still launching while you're upside down. Can't say I've ever experienced that before.
Right? Like, what is that going to feel like? And we all know that Europa Park does theming to the nines, so this will be no exception.
It's basically the Disneyland of Europe. No offense, Disneyland
Disneyland in Europe. Yeah. It seems like we're going to have to plan a trip to Europe soon.
Yeah, it seems like it. And Europa Park, they have a very solid collection of roller coasters, but nothing I'd consider world class. I think this may be just that ride for them.
All right, guys, thank you so much for watching, and please let us know what coasters you're most excited for this year. If you think we maybe ranked rides out of order, or maybe even forgot some completely, please let us know.
We'd love to hear what you guys think. We'll see you next time.